Some big reveals are taking place with the Wyatt Sicks, so we'll see everything that's new there. We'll also check out what's new for Liv Morgan, Finn Balor, and more. Starting things off with the latest updates for the Wyatt Sicks. After Chad Gable launched another attack on Otis and was standing in front of Maxine Dupree, the Wyatt Sicks once again answered the call and came to the ring. But the new big difference in this segment is that we got to see the fully unmasked looks of the Wyatt Sicks members. Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, and Dexter Lumis all walked up to the ring apron, and once they were there, they all took their masks off, and they got a big reaction from the crowd. Gacy and Rowan looked very familiar to their old looks, but it's Dexter Lumis who had the most drastic change of appearance out of the three. Dexter Lumis now has long hair, a full beard, and has an X written on his forehead. Dexter Lumis was also the focus of this week's VHS tape. Howdy asked Dexter, "What should people do when the buzzards start circling?" And Dexter responds with the classic word in the Wyatt universe. He says, "Run." But getting back to the unmasking segment, the Wyatts step foot in the ring and give a small preview of what their new ring style is like. They hit some impressive moves on the Creed brothers that really wowed the crowd. Even Nikki Cross made an appearance when she jumped off the top rope to land on Chad Gable. Gable eventually made his way up the ramp, abandoning the Creed brothers and selfishly only looking out for himself. But he ends up bumping into Uncle Howdy on the top of the ramp, and Howdy was in his full attire with his coat and hat. Chad Gable had to run off to the side to get away from Uncle Howdy. The other very important detail about this segment is the names of the Wyatt Sicks characters. When Nikki Cross jumped off the top rope during his segment, Michael Cole officially referred to her now as Sister Abigail. And that was a quiet part of the story that they were building up for a while, because every time Nikki brought over one of the VHS tapes, Michael Cole acted as if he'd never seen this woman in his life and never referred to her as Nikki Cross, not even once. But now, Michael Cole is officially labeling her as Sister Abigail. And when the commentators mention something like that, it's usually because they were instructed to, and it's a pivotal part of the story. Longtime Wyatt fans know that this is a moment that everyone has been waiting on for a while. For over 10 years now, there's always been buzz and discussion about Bray Wyatt's Sister Abigail actually becoming a physical character on WWE television. There's been some close calls, like when WWE was originally going to have Bray Wyatt portray Sister Abigail himself, but that was scrapped. And then when Alexa Bliss made her arrival into the Wyatt universe, fans thought that she may inherit the Sister Abigail role, but that turned out to be false too. But it looks like we finally have Sister Abigail on WWE television, and after all this time, and that honor is going to Nikki Cross. There's still lots of questions about how exactly does the personalities work for the Wyatt Sicks members. Like, is her entire past as Nikki Cross completely erased now and she's fully Sister Abigail? Or is Abigail like an alter ego for her, the same way that Bo Dallas goes back and forth with Uncle Howdy? That's a very big question that they'll hopefully clarify in the coming weeks. But all that's confirmed right now is that Nikki Cross is legitimately portraying Sister Abigail. We also got a backstage segment between Chad Gable and Adam Pearce, where there was some more humor around Chad Gable claiming that he discovered the rest of the Wyatt identities on his own, when they quite literally unmasked themselves in front of him. And unlike the current Nikki Cross Sister Abigail personality change, Chad Gable referred to the Wyatts as Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, and Dexter Lumis. Adam Pearce acknowledged those old names, and they said that they're all under contract. So again, we'll have to see if this means that those three will be keeping their original WWE names, or if they'll get new personalities as well. But Adam Pearce makes it official that it'll be Gacy, Rowan, and Lumis going up against Chad Gable and the Creed brothers on Raw next week in a 6-man tag team match. So that's a very exciting matchup, and random 6-man tag match usually aren't the most thrilling matchups in the world to look forward to, But in this case, it's something to greatly look forward to. It has several weeks of build-up and backstory to the matchup, and it's the official debut match of the Wyatt Sicks. We also get those 3 members in the ring at the same time to see how their chemistry with each other is, and how we'll also have a shot at seeing Uncle Howdy and Sister Abigail get involved as well, maybe in the middle of the match or post-match, and maybe at the next Premium Live event is when we could see Howdy versus Gable. Some fans thought that there was a shot for that match to make it to the SummerSlam card, especially given the rich history the Wyatts have had at SummerSlam's events. But the card was already jam-packed, so hopefully Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable is still on the way. There was another mini-story developing on social media involving the Wyatt Sicks that had some fans talking. Dakota Kai took to Instagram to post backstage pictures at Raw, just like that they do every week. But fans noticed that in one of the pictures, the Wyatt Sicks logo could be quietly seen in the upper left-hand corner, so the fact that she posted this picture with the Wyatt logo did spark some conversation. Was it an innocent coincidence that Dakota Kai just decided to pose there and the logo came out in that picture? Or was it more of an intentional hint at something that's coming down the line for Dakota Kai and the Wyatt Sicks? At this point, who knows? It could definitely go either way, but for the time being, it looks like it was simply a coincidence. But maybe it'll be worth it to keep an eye on Dakota Kai over the next few months just in case. A large majority of fans seem to agree on the similar thinking that Dominik Mysterio will get in the middle of Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan's SummerSlam matchup. Somehow, someway, he'll be responsible for Liv retaining the title. But some fans are now pitching a new idea, since they believe that Dominik route is way too predictable and expected by nearly everyone. Fans are wondering if Finn Balor could be the real deciding factor here between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Finn has been someone we've been heavily discussing in recent weeks, because he's definitely slipped under the radar in the middle of all this current drama going on right now. But Finn definitely has had his fair share of suspicious moments over the last few weeks. They clearly showed us Finn and Liv meeting in the car that one week for a reason, but we never really got a massive payoff for all those secret meetings between Finn and Liv. So what if SummerSlam's big plot twist for this story is Finn Balor stepping into the spotlight and revealing that he was the inside man working with Liv Morgan all along? For some of the things Liv Morgan has been doing in recent weeks, we discuss how it seems like she has to have someone on the inside helping her out. The first assumption was for that individual to be Dominik, but what if Dominik is telling the truth and that it was Finn helping Liv this entire time? And knowing how Liv is heartbroken right now and wants to get back at Dominik, what if Finn and Liv are more than just business partners? What if they're romantically involved with each other too, and they've been covering it up this entire time? If this is the case, then it could be Finn Balor who appears during this match to screw over Rhea Ripley and go public with his status with Liv Morgan. So as you can see, there's plenty of interesting twists and turns they could take this story with at SummerSlam. So we'll see what they decide to do. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.